Season 5, we come back to the series 7 years later in 1931. As a result of the stock market crash in 1929, the country started to slide into economic turmoil. It was apparent prohibition was a completely failed experiment, and it was coming to an end. People felt that making liquor legal would bring the country out of the Depression, or at least help considerably, raising a lot of money. Nucky has an opportunity to finally move his operation into the legitimate world. He sets out to make a deal in Cuba with the Bacardi Corporation to distribute their product when alcohol does become legal again in the United States, utilizing the skills that he's learned over the last 11 years as a bootlegger. We explore Nucky's childhood in Atlantic City. We meet a young Eli, we meet Nucky's dad, we meet Jillian as a young girl, we meet the young Commodore. We see the events that shaped Nucky's past and the events that led to his becoming who he grew up to be. 31 was also the year Al Capone got arrested. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre had happened years earlier, and he was the reigning gangster of the United States. 31 was also the year that the gangster world truly became organized, in large part due to the efforts of Lucky Luciano, who formed the Commission, which became the governing body of the mafia. The stock market having crashed, many firms went under, but Margaret's still in business, although they are on very shaky ground. Chalky's very much a changed man, but as the season progresses, his storyline with Dr. Narcisse comes to a very powerful conclusion. The show has a very different look when we come back in season 5. The color palette is different, clothing is different, cars are different. Radio is everywhere. Suddenly there's sound, there's music, there's talking in the air. It looks like the show, and yet it looks like a new version of the show. The initial premise of Boardwalk Empire was about the beginning of Prohibition as seen through the eyes of Nucky Thompson. Season 5 is about the end of Prohibition. It's about bringing Nucky's storyline full circle.
You have nothing to fear from me, Mr. Thompson.
Who said I was afraid?